Hello everyone, it's your boy Jermaine back with another video. And this video, I thought I would just take you guys down 2nd Street. We're starting here at this is King and 2nd, or better known as the Oracle Park or AT&T Park, whatever you call it. And I thought that we would take 1st Street. Well, no, this is 2nd Street. We'd just take 2nd Street all the way down. I was over here earlier today and I noticed some things that were just insane. So I thought that maybe I would just walk down and show you guys. And this place, by the way, is a complete ghost town, by the way. Now, before the pandemic, this whole area was full of workers, you know, mainly tech workers in this area. But this area was pretty thriving, you know. You would always see people on the street. You would always see traffic all the time. There's a little bit of traffic, but I guess not. I don't even see any cars crossing this intersection. So we'll walk down to Market Street. Once we get to Market Street, I guess we'll end the video. But there's a whole lot to see before we get to Market Street. Market Street is... we got a few blocks before we get there. There's a falafel restaurant up here that I stopped at earlier today, and I went down Market and then turned on 2nd and cycled all the way down to the falafel shop. And I was just blown away, like how dead 2nd Street is. Now you guys may wonder, when am I filming this? Let me pull out my phone so I can show you guys here. I'm filming this on Wednesday, December 1st at 2:47 in the afternoon. So I'm not like filming this on a Sunday. You know, a lot of people say, oh, that's BS, that's BS. You're filming this on a Sunday morning. And I'm showing you, this is not a Sunday morning. This is not a screenshot, by the way, because I'm listening to music, and it's definitely not a screenshot. So this is what the city is like now. Lots of construction. Now, if you've worked on 2nd Street before the pandemic, you may be looking at this video and you may wonder, wow, what happened to the street? So let me explain. Before the pandemic, this was, I believe this was a 2-lane street. I think it was a 2-lane street, and then they added the bike lanes. And when they added the bike lanes, they took away a lot of the parking, you know, because, for example, these were parking spots here. And when they added the bike lane, they took away those parking spots. And then they just subtracted quite a few, if you just look all the way down. On this other block, they pretty much got rid of almost all of the parking. So they added the bike lanes. And guess what? I guess that kind of worked, that they got rid of so much of the parking. And they got rid of some of the lanes, because look, there's less people around. So I guess all the parking is not needed, you know? Because this area was always a tough area to find parking. So we are at 2nd and Burning Street. I was trying to figure out earlier, like, which way should I film? Should I film going like this way, or should I film going this way? So I just decided to film going the way that I'm going, so that way I can get back to Market Street. I mean, as you can see, there's like no one on these blocks. I wonder, what was this? This was something. I don't remember what that was. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below. This place, I see people out every once in a while, but guys, I'm telling you, before the pandemic, that place was like lit, yo. There's always people out drinking, and you know, it was the little neighborhood bar, you know, for 2nd Street. You know, this place is still in business, the American Grilled Cheese Kitchen. Used to pick up with them on caviar all the time. They, you know, caviar is no longer a thing. Let's see what's going on here. Cross the street there. All right, let's wait. Let's go. Come on, let's go. I know y'all in a hurry. Because everybody's in a hurry. All right. We're getting close to Bryant. Now Bryant somewhat looks what it used to look like. Bryant Street was notorious for the traffic. And up here they've changed up the streets so much. They've added these turn lanes, and I don't know, it's a mess. But once again, I guess it's not as bad as before because not as many cars. I wonder what was this place. I think that was a restaurant. I used to pick up from, like a multiple restaurants inside, almost kind of like a food court type situation. They added these like yellow divider things because people would always drive their car up to here and then try to get over in that lane, and then you'd have cars driving like from around to try to go around, you know. So they put these yellow things up to stop the cars from merging at the end, you know. I mean, the thing is, you see so much action going on at this intersection, but you never see cops at this intersection. I mean, every now and then you'll see the meter maids out here, you know, and they'll write tickets and stuff. And when the meter maids are out here, the traffic looks a little bit different. But when the meter maids are not out here, yo, it's a free for all. Do whatever you want, you know, especially after the games. Sometimes after the games, yo, the traffic is so bad out here that the lights people don't even like pay attention to the lights because like there's so many cars like blocking the intersection. I've seen it like that every once in a while. It's pretty insane to see. All right, we're gonna keep going. Oh, there's lots of traffic over there. Everybody's getting on the Bay Bridge. These lanes off to the left are the carpool lanes. So those are the lanes you want to be in after 3 p.m., 3:30. Look how wide this bike lane is. This one thing I've noticed when I was coming up here. I was like, yo, this bike lane is so freaking wide, dude. That can be a car lane, no joke. But once again, this all used to be parking, by the way. This used to be parking over there. But what they did was they reduced it to like 4 spots. I think it was like 6 or 7 before, but now it's like just 4 spots. And this was, like I said, parking on this side. So they have eliminated cars. Well, they're eliminating like parking. And once you eliminate parking, you know, people already know, well, don't want to take my car to the city because it's gonna take forever to find a parking spot, you know. And then you can park over here in some of these off streets, but you gotta watch these off streets because that's 1 hour parking every day from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. So let that sink in for a second. 1 hour parking. So like if you want to find like, and that's a free spot, so you don't have to pay. You can just pop in and find a spot. But I just remember like before the pandemic, it was so hard to find parking because I would drive a car and deliver in this neighborhood. Oh, nice bike. So this guy right here, he's been down here ever since before the pandemic started. And he's always out selling his art, and it's kind of sad because before it was so many people walking on these streets. It was so many people walking on these streets, yo, that like you could literally sell art with just people walking by, you know? And now it's like, I mean, I'm showing you what it looks like now. I mean, as you can see, it's dead. Like there's no one around, there's no one waiting at the bus or anything. I mean, it's just, this is just how it is now. I'm gonna cross the street in a minute. Because these blocks right here, once again, at lunchtime or just any time, these blocks right here were just thriving, yo. Oh, I love these buildings from here. You got the Jasper on the left. You have one Rincon on the right. You got one Harrison over there. I see 399 Fremont poking out of the back side there. Beautiful, beautiful. Wow, this place is like a ghost town, yo. So crazy. We'll jaywalk here. I mean, there's no cars coming, so it's safe. You know, I definitely like the bike lanes. Like, they added all this, you know, this greenery in between, and you know, the bus lane island. It just looks really cool and modern and very sophisticated, you know. And then this little area right here, man. This area used to be so busy. I remember I used to pick up from this Fearless place and this Rooster Rice all the time. I used to love picking up from that Rooster Rice place. But, you know, this is what it looks like now. I mean, look at this. It was always people out here, you know. They don't even cut the water fountain on no more. They just like forget it. Like, it's not enough people around that had a water fountain on. You know, it used to always be this big fountain, you know. They just cut it off, y'all. They like forget it. Like, let's say electricity. There ain't nobody out here. Such a little cool hangout area, you know. I mean, I guess you can still come over here and hang out. I mean, it'll just be you. I wonder, is there Wi-Fi over here? Because if there's some decent Wi-Fi over here, I might want to come back by, you know. Because I'm always looking for a good Wi-Fi connection, yeah. As I'm walking around filming this video, I'm uploading a video on the 5G on my other phone. This used to be a, this here off the right used to be a 24-hour fitness. And you know, before the pandemic, it was open, and the pandemic came, you know, it slipped away. Here we're approaching Folsom and 2nd. Beautiful angle here. They added more bikes in the street there. They've added a lot more bikes in the city, I would say. I actually rode a bike from here, from my place to here, to the beginning of the video, so that way I wouldn't have to like leave my bike locked up, you know, on the side of the street while I'm making this video. Because you know, you do that in this neighborhood, your bike, you're gonna come back, your bike gonna be gone, they're gonna take your bike. And they steal bikes like crazy in this neighborhood. I mean, it looks like a nice, chill neighborhood, but that's the problem. You know, looks can be very deceiving. So it's not like that, it's just kind of sketch, you know. I still have a few people walking here. This is more Bay Bridge traffic, and we got some beautiful buildings. We got 500 Folsom up here, and down there we got Spear buildings. Also, there was Spear and First Main Street. There's like this liquor store over here. It's still open. You know, I pick up Uber orders from this little liquor store all the time. It's pretty poppin'. It's one of those places that are actually open in town, you know? Like in this part of town, there's not a lot of stores in this neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, I live in Soma. I live farther up. This is 2nd Street. I live farther up, and at night, like, everything closes. So it can be very difficult to just find like a store open just to get anything, you know? I think that used to be a restaurant over here, but it's closed. This here, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the LinkedIn building. I know LinkedIn has an office here, but I don't know if it's named the LinkedIn building. But it's a really cool building. They have this downstairs area that's open, so anyone can, you know, pop in and sit down and use the Wi-Fi, you know, rest your feet. It's a very large open area. I don't know if it's open today. It should be, because it's a really nice day. It's very warm out today. I mean, I don't usually wear this in the city. You know, I got a t-shirt on and shorts, so it's very warm in the city today. Yeah, so at this LinkedIn building, they just open up the windows. Like these massive windows, they open them up, and like you could literally ride a bike through if you wanted to. I mean, they would get really pissed off, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. There's still places still around. They're still making coffee. They're not open at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, pretty much when the time that I'm filming this video. But in the daytime, the morning time, I definitely see them open. Right down here, this is not on 2nd Street, but they're gonna build a really tall building there. It's gonna be just as tall as the Salesforce Tower, but it's gonna be right over there in that little slot. Of course, there's a lot of people against it, saying, oh no, they shouldn't build any more tall buildings, like the ground is gonna sink and all of that. Yeah, I guess the ground, I don't know what to say. So that's always, they say earthquake's gonna come and destroy everything. They always say all kinds of stuff. Does it happen? It doesn't always happen. A lot of these shops have just slipped away. This Soma Eats place is still open. I pick up Uber Eats orders from there. But yeah, a lot of these places are quiet. I forgot what was in this building. I think it was something downstairs. This one's gone. It was like a camera shop somewhere. I think this was the camera shop. And there's no more camera shop. The camera shop probably moved to another location. Sweet Greens. This is a very popular Uber Eats pickup location. It's still open. They just recently had an IPO, and I was really upset that I missed out on it. But it has crashed so much. This right here used to be a Wework location. Wework closed a whole bunch of locations in the city, and not just in the city. I think they closed some locations, like a lot of locations. And this is another abandoned Wework location. This was actually the first Wework I went to. That one there. And then I would go to the one on it was one on Mission I used to go to, and then I found the one on 6th and Market. That one closed too. There's a couple of these shops still open. This right here used to be a I think this place is closed. This used to be a different restaurant. This used to be an Indian restaurant. It closed before the pandemic, and then it changed, and I think it's closed again, Or what's the Indian restaurant? No, I think that was the Indian restaurant. I don't know. Maybe someone who used to work on this street, you'll probably know what was there. You probably used to go there. There's a bar here. So if you're ever close, we're almost at Mission. We're like 1 block away from Mission, but there is a pretty happening Soma bar right here. So like if you're ever, pretty close to Market, this is a cool bar you could probably pop into and have a quick drink. There's a couple galleries over here. I don't know if this one's still open. I don't know. I just can't remember. I love how the sun is coming through that alley there. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it just looks kind of dope. The sun is like piercing through, I think this was the Indian restaurant. It's still around. It's amazing how like some businesses are like so resilient, Like some businesses, like they didn't even miss a pulse, I wonder what that place is. Some places didn't miss a pulse at all, and other places were like, hey, we going. This is a really, really cool place. This is an open, public open space. What a public open space is means that like anyone can go in there. And the public open space is this level here, the first level, and then also this top level. I don't know if it's open now. No, it's closed. It used to be open. I don't know if it's open. I haven't went there for some time, but before the pandemic, I would stop in here and like charge a skateboard because they had like plugs. I would stop in there and charge a skateboard, and especially if it was cold, I would like pop in there and wait for like an Uber order, and then after I catch a order, take off, and but meanwhile I would like charge. So that was a really, really good spot to go. Okay, so now we are at Mission here. We are at Mission. We are almost at market. Tour is almost over, guys. If you guys like these videos, definitely let me know in the comments. Like, put something in the comments. Say, yeah, keep making them. Like, just let me know you like them. And if you do, I'll keep making them, you know? Because I like doing it. It's kind of cool. It's kind of fun, you know? So here we got a couple of restaurants that are open. Places closer to market can have a better chance of surviving. Because the closer you are to market, closer you are to public transportation, closer you are to things like parades and events and stuff like that. Once you get a few blocks down here, a few blocks down market, you get away from market, things start to like fizzle out a little bit. But you definitely see a few more people walking on the street versus back there when we first began the video, you know? Yeah, but like I say, a lot of these shops are open. This place right here, it is a dispensary. It's open. It looks like it's abandoned, but it's open. A lot of places, you know, have been putting up, you know, wood and stuff to protect themselves from like looters and stuff like that. Well, they never took their wood down. It's always been like that since the pandemic began. So some businesses are just like that, but they're open. Over here, this used to be an Asian restaurant, a Chinese restaurant. When I first moved to the city, I used to go to this spot every once in a while because they had like some good specials. They closed before the pandemic, actually. Yeah, they closed before the pandemic, but it was one of those popping places. You walk in there, it was always busy, yo. Always a bunch of folks in there eating, you know. This used to be a Starbucks. This used to be a Subway right here. But they have a Starbucks like just one block over. And they also have a few Starbucks on Market Street. But the one, they have a Starbucks one block over. They also have a Starbucks the next block over. That one closed. We got a 5G node right there. Yes. You gotta find those 5G nodes in the city. Got some alleys. Like if you're driving down 2nd Street, you have to like turn here or turn there because you're not supposed to go on Market. I mean, people still do, but you're not supposed to go. It says do not enter except for like commercial, truck, bus, taxi, or cyclists. So you're not supposed to like go, but you know how it is. These motorcycles went and they're parking, so they went past this on. And it looks like this Mexican restaurant is still thriving. It's still popping. It's still juicing. It's a weird building because you can like go straight through, you know? That's like market on the other side. And they also have an entrance on this side. All right, guys. We are almost at the end of the tour. Welcome to the city. All right, so here we are. We're back on Market Street, and we just, went from 2nd all the way down on Market, and you can see this place is dead. It's quiet. It's a ghost town. Not that much is going on. You know, if you want to come to the city and visit the city, come at your own risk, you know. You never know what might pop off around here. You might come here and you might win the lottery, or you might come here and you might lose your keys. But anyway, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and peace out, y'all.